Hi students, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about goodwill. Already in our previous class, so many classes, we are discussing continuously about goodwill in different kinds, different alternatives, in different situations. So I know you understood everything. Page number 5.14. You take page number 5.14. There they have given 6 alternatives. So in that first one, goodwill given privately. So no journal entries that you know. And goodwill is brought in by cash or by check by a new or incoming partner and retained in business. It is continuing in the business. At the same time, the goodwill amount brought by a new or incoming partner to the firm by cash or check. That money we are going to retain. So this also we discussed with few problems also what is appeared in T.S. Grewal's book. Okay, and next one, goodwill is brought in cash or by check by the new or incoming partner and is withdrawn by sacrificing partners fully or partly. You see, the new partner is bringing some amount of goodwill favor for the firm because he is going to get some profit in the future. He may expect 1 by 6 or 1 by 5, whatever it is. So depends upon that he have to bring goodwill money to the firm. So that how much he brought into the firm, favor for the new partner, some existing partner will sacrifice their share of profit, that you know very well. So calculation of sacrificing ratio, calculation of gaining ratio, formulas we are using for sacrificing ratio old minus new, for gaining ratio new minus old. So we are come across this all the situation and how much he brought into the firm, that money entirely going to withdraw by existing partner as per their sacrificing ratio. And apart from that, the new partner, how much he brought, that money, especially goodwill money, part of the goodwill money may be withdrawn by existing partner, isn't it? So this also we have discussed already. And goodwill is brought in kind. Goodwill is brought in kind. Kind means apart from cash, some assets he is bringing into the firm. Some assets like stocks, debtors, isn't it? Furniture and office equipment. So these kind of items he is bringing into the firm instead of cash. Instead of cash. So you have to be very clear in it. Nearly 4 problems we have discussed, and it's related to kind. And next one, fifth alternative is when a part of goodwill is brought. Part of goodwill only brought. You know how they are calculating goodwill and all, isn't it? So depends upon their profit and loss sharing ratio and how much he is expecting in the future profit. From that they are measuring how much he have to bring as goodwill. If already goodwill is existed, the existing goodwill will be written off by existing partners as per their existing ratios, not new ratio, not sacrificing ratio, not gaining ratio, isn't it? At the same time, if new partner's goodwill they fails to give, so that situation also we have dealt how to do that. Now with the help of that existing partner's goodwill, else firms apart from profit, how much firm earned. So from that we will calculate some amount of goodwill. In that his proposal how much it will be. Else with the help of capital we will do what is this proposals, how much he is expecting in the future. Depends upon that how much amount he brought into the firm as capital. From that we will calculate how much amount have to be brought in by their existing partners. When part of goodwill is brought, part of goodwill only brought by a new partner, then remaining goodwill he fails to bring. So in that situation, that remaining amount will be debited to that new partner's current account, then it should be credited to sacrificing partners as per their sacrificing ratio. We dealt this also. And come to the last one, when a new partner does not bring his share of goodwill, new partner he fails to bring share of goodwill, so entire money will be debited to the new partner's current account and that money should be credited to sacrificing partner as per their sacrificing ratio. So that money should be credited to that sacrificing partners in their capital or current account. It should be credited to their capital or current account. Which ratio we will use? Their sacrificing ratio, not gaining ratio, not new ratio, not existing ratio. So you have to be very clear in it. So now we are going to discuss about the last topic, which is related to goodwill. Once you studied this goodwill in admission of a new partner, you no need to study further for retirement, death, dissolution, these all the situations. And valuation of goodwill we have discussed specially on chapter called goodwill, chapter number 3, how to value the goodwill: average profit method, super profit method, capitalized valuation method. So these 3 methods we have discussed very clearly there. What is the meaning of goodwill? Intangible assets, section 26, AS 26. Okay, there goodwill will be considered when money or money's worth is paid instead of that, isn't it? So that time only we will think like, okay. Anyway, goodwill, when goodwill account is open till today, we haven't discussed, which is that past 5 alternatives we haven't discussed about goodwill account, because goodwill account doesn't open there. So now this is commonly acceptable for all the segregations, all the alternatives. By chance in the problem, if they are asking us to prepare goodwill account, so that time we must have to use it. We must have to use it, isn't it? When the premium for goodwill is not brought in full or part by a new partner, then goodwill is raised for the amount not brought by a new partner and is written off immediately. And it is written off immediately. It's that all the situation. See that very clearly, you can understand when the premium of our goodwill is not brought full or a part. This we have discussed already, which is that 3 and 4th alternatives. Okay, part or fully he did not brought us goodwill to the firm. So in that situation, when goodwill is raised or opened for the amount not brought by a new partner, what we will do? These are the situations. Immediately, how much amount he fails to bring as goodwill to the firm, that amount will be debited to new partner's current account. New partner's current account. Then immediately that current account amount should be transferred to sacrificing partner's current or capital account in their sacrificing ratio, isn't it? So this is what we discussed in our previous class. So now, if we are using goodwill account, how to use that journal entry? So they are going to teach us. Okay. Immediately, when the goodwill account is opened, the following journal entries is passed. So how they are passing? Premium for goodwill account at R, goodwill account at R, to sacrificing partners, sacrificing ratios, their capital or current account, it should be credited. So with share of goodwill brought in and with unpaid part of goodwill, if C is a new partner, he have to bring 50,000 as goodwill especially, but he fails to bring 50,000. He brought only 25,000. Only 25,000 for goodwill. So in that situation, the 25,000 will be called as premium for goodwill. Then remaining 25,000 will be considered as unpaid amount of goodwill. So premium for goodwill is 25,000. Goodwill amount is 25,000, which is goodwill account is 25,000. Collectively 50,000. Before what we did, premium for goodwill is 25,000, and particular partner who is C only new partner now. So C's current account will be debited by 25,000. Then that amount should be credited to existing partners, especially sacrificing partners in their sacrificing ratio. That should be credited to their capital or current account. We know very clearly about it. But now we are going to do some alteration, slightly alter, not fully, slightly we are going to alter like this. So 25,000 he brought in. So that is considering as premium for goodwill. Premium for goodwill account 25,000 and goodwill account 25,000, which is he fails to bring as goodwill amount especially for partnership firm, isn't it? So that amount will be debited to whom? Sacrificing partners, capital or current account, it should be credited. They have given. Okay. Else. Second one is that unpaid share of goodwill. If one partner, he did not bring entire goodwill to the firm. Entire goodwill to the firm. Not partly, not fully he fails to bring. Especially goodwill amount, which is called that partners are asking to bring 50,000 rupees as goodwill to the firm. But he fails to bring that 50,000 rupees especially for goodwill. So in that situation, new partner's capital or current account will be debited. And where it should be credited? Where it should be credited usually? Sacrificing partners, as per their sacrificing ratio, it should be credited to sacrificing partners capital account. So you know that. So now new partners capital current account would be debited, that is unpaid share of goodwill to goodwill. Hidden goodwill or inferred goodwill. So goodwill is hidden. How much amount he is bringing as capital, in that goodwill amount also included. So not segregation, goodwill is separated and capital is separated likewise. So without segregation, goodwill is included in capital money itself. So that we are going to discuss. Let's see. Sometimes the value of goodwill of the firm is not given. Value of the goodwill of the firm, they fails to give. In that situation, it has to be inferred on the basis of net worth, capital of the firm. So we have to deal this. For example, A and B, whose capital in the firm are 50,000 and 1 lakh respectively. Share profits equally. They are sharing profits and losses equally. They admit C into the partnership and he brings 60,000 as capital for 1/4 share of profit. How much he is bringing? 60,000 as capital, which is 1/4 share of profit. If 4 rupees is profit, 1 rupees he is expecting profit, which is 4 rupees is the firm's profit. The new partner is expecting 1 rupees profit in the future, isn't it? But how much he is bringing as capital money? 60,000 rupees into the firm. In this case, total capital of the firm, new firm, should be, how they are calculating, you see that, how much he brought into the firm? 60,000. You have to be very clear in it. 60,000 and he is expecting 1/4. If he is expecting 1/4 in the future profit, if he is investing 60,000 rupees, how much other partners all are invested the capital money we are going to calculate. If 1/4, alternatively 4/1, so 4/1 of 60,000 is equal to 2,40,000. How to be, will be capital money of all the partners in the firm, isn't it? Can you understand this? See, C comes as a new partner. He is bringing 60,000 rupees as capital. 60,000 rupees as capital, and he is expecting 1/4 in the future profit, means, so all other partners will be getting 3/4. So collectively 4/4 is the firm's profit, isn't it? So in that 1/4 only he is expecting, for that he is bringing 60,000 rupees as capital money. So likewise, if we are doing alternatively 4/1, we can get to know what is the entire amount of capital of the partnership firm. So 60,000 into 4/1 is equal to 2,40,000 rupees is the amount, which is that whole amount of partnership firm. From that, but the total capital of all the partners, you listen there, total capital, because A and B were partners, they are investing 50,000 and 60,000 only. Collectively 1,10,000, and A and B, but total capital of all three partners is only 2,10,000. How this 2,10,000 came? 50,000 plus 1 lakh. A brought as capital 50,000. B brought as capital rupees 1 lakh. So collectively 1,50,000 plus C brought how much? C only new partner, and he is expecting 1/4. He have brought 60,000 rupees into the firm. So collectively 2,10,000 only comes. But as per our valuation, our calculation, how much have to be as partnership firm's capital? 2,40,000. But now it comes only 2,10,000. Remaining how much amount is insufficient? That amount is 30,000 rupees. Isn't it? So 2,40,000 minus 2,10,000, 30,000 rupees will be considered as goodwill of the firm. Now you can understand very clearly. See, we are calculating, we are valuing goodwill with the help of capital money. And the capital money also we are finding out with the help of the new partner's proportion. How much he is expecting in the future and how much he brought as goodwill into the firm. Because it is hidden goodwill. They will not give goodwill separately. This much amount is firm's goodwill and this much amount is existing goodwill, likewise. So we only have to find out all those things, especially firm's goodwill and the new partner, how much he have to bring specially for goodwill, because existing partners, they won't bring any money for goodwill, because they are working favor for the business and they are generating goodwill of the firm. They are doing very much hard work. They are increasing their profit range. They are increasing their sales promotion and everything. Because of the firm is growing day by day. So the new partner, how much he have to bring as goodwill to the firm. Now we calculated very clearly the goodwill amount for firm is 30,000 rupees, which 2,40,000 minus 2,10,000, 30,000 comes. This 30,000 is the firm's goodwill, not only that C's partner's goodwill. So in that 30,000 into 1 by 4, 1 by 4 of 30,000 only C should bring as goodwill money into the firm. Okay, see that 30,000 into 1 by 4. So see how much he have to bring. You know that C's share of goodwill will be shared by A and B as per their sacrificing ratio. You know that equally they have given their profits equally. So their sacrificing ratio also will be equally, which is called 1 by 2, 1 by 2. You know that. So 1 by 4 of 30,000 rupees, how 7,500 rupees. So this 7,500 rupees money should bring by C into the partnership firm. Okay. Value of goodwill is determined on the basis of net worth. On the basis of net worth means capital money or total capital of the firm. Calculation of hidden goodwill they have given. You see that net worth, which is including goodwill of the firm on the basis of capital brought in by incoming partner's capital in the reciprocal of his share. So assuming incoming partner brings 5,000 as capital, 1 by 5 is share, and he is expecting 1 by 5. So in this situation, 5 by 1 will be the partnership entire capital money, which is called 25,000 rupees. Less net worth excluding goodwill of the reconstituted firm, capital of old partners plus capital of new partner. In that situation, like before what we discussed, that 50,000 plus 1 lakh plus 60,000, collectively 2,10,000 came now. So likewise only we are adding all the partners capital money, that is only 20,000. So 25,000 as per new calculation, but as per old calculation only 20,000. How much? 5,000 will be the valuation of goodwill. So value of goodwill is 5,000. Net worth is equal to sundry assets minus outside liabilities. It's a formula, and another one formula is there: capitals of all partners plus net accumulated profit and reserves minus fictitious assets minus non-trade investments. So based on this, one problem we can discuss. Look at this problem. Illustration 32. Hidden goodwill. Hammond and Nishant were partners in a firm, sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. Their capitals were 1,60,000 and 1 lakh respectively. They admitted Somesh on 1st April 2013 as a new partner. So Somesh as a new partner, he comes into the partnership firm. When he comes 1st April 2013, already two partners are there. Partner names called Hammond and Nishant. Their profit and loss sharing ratio 3:2. Isn't it? They have invested capital money 1,60,000 and 2 lakh respectively. 1 lakh respectively. As a new partner, for 1 by 5th share in the future profit, Somesh brought 1,20,000 as his capital. So Somesh, how much he brought into the firm as capital? 1,20,000 rupees. Calculate the value of goodwill of the firm and record necessary journal entries. They are asking us to calculate value of the goodwill of the firm and record journal entries, necessary journal entries for the transaction of Somesh's admission. So anyway, you see this, based on Somesh's shares. Somesh, how much he brought that amount into the partnership firm, like 1,20,000. How much he is expecting? 1 by 5, fifth. So 1 by 5th is he is expecting in the future. But how much he brought into the partnership firm? That is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 into 5 by 1. If you are putting 5 by 1, that money will come 6 lakh rupees. Isn't it? Entire money, how much should be the capital amount of all the partners in the firm should come? That is 6 lakh rupees. So from that we are going to less all the three partners capital money. Actually how much they brought? Isn't it? So actually 1,60,000 brought by the Hammond and Nishant brought 1 lakh rupees, and Somas brought 1,20,000 rupees, collectively 3,80,000 rupees. So when we are subtracting from 6 lakh, this 3,80,000, remaining amount will be called as goodwill amount, that is 2,20,000. It is called value of goodwill of the firm. From this, how much he have to bring, especially Somesh. Somesh is a new partner. How much he have to bring? That is 1/5 of this value of goodwill. The value of goodwill is 2,20,000. In that 1/5 of 2,20,000 is equal to 44,000. He have to bring as goodwill money, especially apart from his capital, to the partnership firm. Thus, so bank account debtor to Somas capital, how much he bring into the partnership firm, that is 1,20,000. So his capital money is considered, and how much he have to bring, that is 44,000. So if he fails to bring, it should be debited to Somas capital current account. Especially Somas current account should be debited, and sacrificing partners, as per their sacrificing ratio, their capital or current account should be credited. Okay, so Somas capital account should be debited. Somas current account should be debited by 44,000, and sacrificing partners Hammond and Nissan's capital account should be credited 26,400, 17,600. Okay, and illustration 33. You see the next illustration. I hope the first illustration you don't have, you have no doubt. If you're having doubt, please let me know. I'll help you. Abe and Bina are partners in the firm. Two partners, Abe and Bina, are partners in the firm. They admit Chetan. Chetan is a new partner. Chetan, with 1/4 share in the profit of the firm. He is expecting 1/4 of profit, and Chetan brings 2 lakh rupees as share of goodwill, share of capital, especially share of capital is 2 lakh rupees he brought in the firm. Value of the total assets of the firm is 5,40,000. 5,40,000 is total assets of the firm. So that second method we are going to implement. Total assets of the firm. Total assets of the firm is 5,40,000 rupees. And outside liabilities are 1 lakh rupees. So usually assets minus liability we will do. If we are subtracting, 4,40,000 will be there. So anyway, we can come step by step. Give necessary entry to record goodwill at the time of Chetan's admission. At the time of Chetan's admission, so goodwill they are asking us to calculate necessary journal entry. Also show your working notes. Okay. So calculation of hidden goodwill. Net worth of new firm on the basis of capital brought. So net worth we are going to find out on the basis of capital, how much they brought into the partnership firm. So how much they brought, that amount is 2 lakh rupees. Chetan is a new partner. He brought into the firm 2 lakh rupees as capital, and he is expecting 1/4, isn't it? So 4/1 will be the firm's capital money now. So 4/1 of this 2 lakh rupees will be 8 lakh rupees, isn't it? From that we are going to deduct net worth excluding goodwill of new firm, adjusted capital of the old partners plus incoming partners capital. You see that already Abe and Bina were partners, and their capitals already they have given capitals they fails to give. Instead of that, they given directly assets of the firm is 5,40,000. We are going to deduct the outside liabilities from that. That is 1 lakh. So anyway, how much will be remaining? 4,40,000 will be there. From that, the new partners, how much he brought? 2 lakh rupees. So 4,40,000 plus 2 lakh rupees is equal to 6,40,000 rupees. Then 6,40,000 rupees will be subtracted by that calculated amount of capital of entire firm is 8 lakh rupees. So remaining will be 1,60,000. This 1,60,000 will be called as value of goodwill. So A minus B we are doing this. Chetan share of goodwill is 1,60,000 into 1/4, because 1/4 he is expecting the future profit. So 1,60,000, 1/4 of 1,60,000 will be 40,000. So we are going to read the journal entries very easily. How much he brought into the partnership firm? That is 2 lakh rupees, isn't it? So bank account that to Chetan is new partner, right? Yes, Chetan's capital account. So we will do that. Apart from that, after capital money, how much he have to bring? That money 40,000 rupees. 40,000 rupees was capital, which is the goodwill money. Apart from capital, he have to bring. So Chetan's current account should be debited by 40,000 rupees, and sacrificed partners capital or current account should be credited as per their sacrificing ratio. So that is credited. They are doing equally, so 20-20 equal. Okay, and last problem we are going to discuss, that is illustration 34. Balance sheet of X and Y who share profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2 as at 31st March 2020 was. Balance sheets they have given: sundry creditors, reserves, profit and loss, capital, partners capital and asset side, cassette bank, debtors, stock, furniture, plant and machinery, advertisement, suspense. So everything they have given. Okay, both the side balance also tell it. They admit EZ. EZ is a new partner from 1st April 2020 for 1/5 share in the profit of the firm. For 1/5 share in the profit of the firm, EZ brings in 50,000 as his capital. How much he bring? 50,000 as his capital. Give journal entry for adjustment of goodwill. They are asking us to give journal entry for adjustment of goodwill. So anyway, what we will do? How much he brought? 50,000. So cash account to EZ's capital account 50,000 rupees. So usually we will generate this journal entry. Then after that we are going to find out with his capital money how much the entire capital of the partnership firm. She is bringing as capital rupees 50,000 and he is expecting 1/5 in the future profit. So if you are doing alternatively the calculations to find out what will be the capital amount of the partnership firm is 5/1 of 50,000. So around 2,50,000. 5/1 of 50,000 is 2,50,000. And we will calculate that existing partners, their capital money, if any reserves or if any profit or if any outside liabilities that should be deducted. And apart from that, if any fictitious in nature, fictitious such like advertisements, that should be deducted. And along with that, our new partners capital money should be added. And what is the whole entire money of the partnership firm actually available in the firm, we can come to know. Then we can deduct from 2,50,000 minus, and what we are going to calculate, that money remaining will be called as value of goodwill. With that we are going to deduct adjusted capital of the firm, isn't it, with their existing partners. Net worth of the new firm, adjusted capital of the old partners. So new partners capital, how much he brought, that amount is 50,000 rupees. And already two partners are there, X and Y. Their capital money 48 and 32,000. So 48 and 32,000 collectively 80,000. And reserves and profit is there. It should be added. The second capitalist method. So reserves and profit should be added. So reserve is 60,000 rupees. Profit is 25,000 rupees. That should be added along with the capital money of all the three partners. All the three partners. And apart from that, outside liabilities, no outside liabilities, so no need to deduct anything. So we can deduct directly that advertisement is a fictitious in nature. So that should be deducted 15,000 rupees. Okay, so 48,000, 32,000 their capital money, reserve is 60,000 rupees, 25,000 is profit money, which is net profit. Net profit we brought forward from net profit, profit and loss account, and 15,000 is advertisement we deducted, and the new partners capital money 50,000, collectively 2 lakh. So 2 lakh minus, this is the 2,50,000 minus 2 lakh, 50,000 rupees will be considered as goodwill money. I hope you understood. So all the problems are very easy with the value, with the capital, how much he brought and how much he is expecting. From that we are valuing this, all those things. Value of firm's goodwill, EZ share of goodwill is equal to 50,000 into 1/5. So that is amount 10,000 rupees. Okay. Revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. This is already we discussed very clearly in our previous class. So you refer all the problems which is based on revaluation of assets and the liabilities. So if you are having any doubt, don't hesitate to ask at any time. I am being ready to help you out. And so many problems they have given which is related to revaluation account. Revaluation account is very, very important. So we will deal only problem, theoretical part we have discussed already. So revaluation account simply says it is revaluing the assets of the firm and reassessing the liabilities. We are comparing the actual with their books of accounts. As per previous year, they have given some assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. So with that, whether asset is increased or liabilities increased, or unrecorded assets is there or unrecorded liabilities there, is there any new liabilities comes, is there any new asset comes to the firm? So this and all we will do in revaluation account. So we will compare usually. Already if the existing creditor is 20,000, creditor is not expecting money from us, means the 20,000 will be credited to us, isn't it, in revaluation account. At the same time, debtor is 5,000 rupees are there. We are making some provision on debtors is 500 rupees. So in that situation, the 500 rupees will be debited to revaluation account. If asset is increased, that should be credited to revaluation account. If liability is increased, that should be debited to revaluation account. If unrecorded liabilities there, that should be debited to revaluation account. If unrecorded asset is there, that should be credited to revaluation account. If liability is decreased, that should be credited to revaluation account. If asset is decreased, that should be debited to revaluation account. So this and all you have to keep it in your mind. With the help of a revaluation account, we can come to know whether it gives revaluation profit or revaluation of loss. That revaluation profit should be transferred to partners capital account credit side as per their existing profit and loss sharing ratio, not new profit and loss sharing ratio, existing profit and loss sharing ratio. And another one, if any loss, revaluation loss, that loss would be transferred to partners capital account debit side. So you have to be very clear in it. You practice today, and today I'm having some work, so you practice, don't waste the time. The problems which is related to goodwill and revaluation account. Revaluation account, already we are genius in revaluation account, you know that very well. Everybody knows about revaluation account. So you practice what they have given in TS Grivels about revaluation account now. And if you face any complexities which is related to studies, especially if you are having any doubts in it, please let me know. I will help you. Thank you.